Hello everyone and welcome back to Direwolf20's Let's Play. This is episode 28 of my Industrial Craft, BuildCraft, and Equivalent Exchange mod feature. I've got a bunch of stuff to do. I have to clean up my inventory from last night because I literally just logged off as soon as I was finished recording that video for you guys so I could compress it and upload it. So yeah, I'm gonna do a couple things today. I definitely need to mine. As you can see, I'm pretty low on resources here. I do need to drop off some stuff in my macerators. I don't know if I mentioned it in any of my videos, but I did make a few more macerators here. I've got 6 total now. I decided I just needed to upgrade that. It was getting annoying having so few. So, let me get organized here and I'll be back to feature some cool stuff. Okay, I've come out to check on my quarry there and I see a bunch of lava. Better turn on that vulcanite amulet, huh? And do I have my electric jetpack? I do. So let's flip on hover mode and see how things look. You can see probably from this height that my quarry reached bedrock, found itself a serious amount of lava, but mined nicely all around it. That's the wonder of the quarry. And yeah, looking pretty sharp there. Ooh, a little bit of uranium. Don't want to miss out on that, now do I? Ooh, there's a little cave behind that uranium, isn't there? Nice. Oh no, lava! What am I gonna do? Oh, that's right, I'm gonna jump right in it because I have my vulcanite amulet. Hooray! Press G with the vulcanite amulet highlighted and you have lava walking, similar to water walking. So I'm just pressing G right now. It looks like I'm jumping, but I'm really just... I'm not even holding G. I just pressed it and it turns on the lava walk feature. So that's cool. Turn it off by pressing G again, and I'll sink. So let's get out of here. Turn off hover mode. And I think it's time for me to relocate my quarry. What do you guys think? So let me clear out some space here. Okay, I think that's sufficient. What do you guys think? And now you're going to say to me, Direwolf, why'd you bother mining all that stuff out? Well, the quarry would be doing it a lot slower, and I just wanted to clear out a nice, even space of land. Hey, is that a natural cave down there? Cool. Never noticed you. Maybe I'll go exploring that at some point. So yeah, I just wanted a natural, flat landscape here, so I could just lay down some stuff. Now, let's get this guy off my back. And I did bring out my landmarks, because I was thinking ahead before I came out here. So let's like say, you know, here, all the way over here. Looks good. Let's make like a nice big quarry. That sounds like a cool plan. How about like to here? I think that sounds cool. And right-click your landmark to activate them. And drop down your quarry in front of your landmark. And I think that looks pretty slick. Nice big huge quarry here. Now I just need to relocate these guys a little bit. All this dirt that I've got in my inventory here. I need some of these redstone torches as well. And I can lay down my cobblestone pipes like... oh, I don't know. Let's do this. I'm going to hook up my cobblestone pipe like so. And I'm going to put my combustion engines on this side. And I can run this pipe like this. just kind of putting this over the top here like that. So that's a nice even distribution. That looks pretty good. And then I need my redstone torches, of course, to turn these guys on. Oh, skeletons. Neat. I was wondering why there was such a big thing down here. Jetpack time. That'll work. Alright, let's get the oil pumping. What do you say? And I'm also going to run all the way back to my base, and I'm probably going to need to send all the oil I have from my base over to this other oil container. Okay, so I'm going to let that oil make its way back over to my quarry system, and I'm going to let this guy pump some oil in and start up my new quarry. And just out of curiosity, because I'm sure everyone wants to know, how much actual resources did Direwolf get from this big old quarry that existed here? Let's check it out. I got, well, not too shabby. 6 actual diamonds, 28 diamonds that were compressed from all the other junk that we found, and all this other neat stuff. So, a good amount of resources coming from that decent-sized quarry. Yeah, I know it's getting dark out. Let's go to sleep real quick. Okay, and by now my quarry should have started running. And of course it did. Nice. Combustion engines are going. And I'm just going to leave this stuff here. I mean, if I have a need for diamonds, I know they're sitting there. But for now, I'll just let things hang out as they are. Hey, let's get rid of some of this dirt, why not? I don't really need all this junk, do I? So I'll just let this be. And, you know, this quarry's going to build itself. And I'm going to let that go for now. Heading back to my base here, you can see the last of the oil leaving this big tube here. I never did clean up this massive piping system that I made all the way across the map. I should clean that up at some point. So, at some point I should also get around to finding more oil. Maybe I'll do that in this episode, maybe the next one, we'll see. Alright guys, there's something I want to show you here. I just made a water cell out of an empty cell in my Evertide amulet. I'm going to put some glass around this guy, and I'm going to stick an iron ingot up there. What's that nifty little item, you say? That's the thermometer. Remember I was telling you I was trying to make a thermometer a little ways back and failed because I couldn't get the mod to download? Well, the download link in the forum was fixed miraculously, and I'm now able to make a thermometer. So let's go outside and check out how it works, because I have not tried this guy yet. So, if I head over to my nuclear reactor and take a temperature reading, hull heat 0. That's cool. Now, I do have a bunch of uranium cells in there hanging out. Let's flip it on for a few seconds and see what happens. You can see the heat's building up. Dun 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 dun. Dun 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 dun. And flip it off. Let's see what happens now. We got to 131, and now it's cooling down. Cool. Literally. So, now that I've got my temperature thing going on, and it looks like it's losing endurance down there as I take readings, which is fine with me. I think I'm going to expand this nuclear reactor just a little bit. And that's what I'm going to wrap up this episode with, is showing you guys some more nuclear reactor stuff. So, give me just a moment here and I'll get ready. Okay, so before I do too much with this, I do want to rearrange this wiring just a little bit. I'd like it to be down here. I think I need to go collect some more of this stuff. wiring to go out the bottom like so. That looks good to me. Okay. The next thing I want to do is just rewire this a little bit. So, let's go back to our base, collect some of my red alloy wire here, and wire up a proper on-off switch. What do you say? Create myself a new lever, because I don't want to turn this generator on at the moment, do I? Let's stick it like right there on the wall. That sounds cool to me. Awesome. And let's just stick some cobble here for now. Now if I activate this and turn this guy off, nope. How can I get this guy to behave? Let me try a couple things. Okay, I think I have an idea here. I think if I use actual redstone right at the end, maybe like right there, like that. Is that going to work for me? Maybe I want to put it like that. Once again, this is mostly just because industrial craft machines and the red alloy wire don't work terribly well together. But I think now if I flip my switch... Oh, you're still on? Come on. Fail. Alright, let me try a couple other things. Maybe I need to do something like this. Does it need to be like literally running like that? Hey, that's better. I wonder if I do replace this with red alloy wire, whether or not it'll work. So, of course, I want to do that. And I know I'm not wiring this incredibly efficiently. Sue me. Flip this off. Now, see, red alloy wire is not reacting with the mod like I want it to. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. That's not too bad. Now I can turn this off. Okay, that feels pretty good to me. So let's get organized for our next steps. So I'm quickly going to build a couple more reactor chambers, and I'm probably going to do that in fast forward because you guys don't need to see it. Okay, about time. Goodness, that took a while to make. Yes, reactors, nuclear reactors, are ridiculously expensive in terms of materials and time to make. And dude, I'm just building the reactor chambers. I haven't even gotten to the point where I'm building the reagents that go into the reactor that create power and all that crazy stuff. So that's going to take a while. I'm actually probably going to wind up setting up some kind of BuildCraft system to create those coolant cells, because let's be honest, dude, I think I shot a hole in my wall. Hey, look, windows. Yeah, let's be honest with ourselves, it's a pain in the butt to create those coolant cells, and BuildCraft is perfect for it. So, reactor chamber time. Bum, ba, ba, ba. I'm going to go ahead and put a reactor chamber down here. Seal up that hole. I'm going to put one there, like that. Okay, so that's cool. Alright, so let me think about this design for a moment. Okay, look how nice that looks. I've completely hidden the wires, and I might hide these eventually too. I mean, I have this big old mess of wire system going here. That's not cool. I don't want that. I'm even just going to make sure all my wires are hooked up properly. Flip this lever for a moment. Let some energy get created. And flip it off. Let's see how we did. Yes, we got energy. That means my wires are connected. Probably a good idea for me to grab my trusty EU reader as well. Which is in here, I believe, somewhere. There he is. Just going to make a hole right here, flip the lever, and see what kind of power output I'm getting. Yes, 35 energy units per time, which tells me that I am not losing energy. So my cable is not too long. Perfect. Okay, the next thing I want to show you guys in this build is some advanced alloy. And I believe I've got a little bit more of this stuff. I'm not sure if I have enough, but we'll see what happens. Stick some advanced alloy in there and surround it by stone, and you get reinforced stone. Boom, stack of that stuff. That is more resistant to explosions, especially the nuclear kind. So I'm going to build a little house that's basically going to function as protective around this thing. I'm probably going to have to clean up this redstone cabling as well, because A, it looks bad, and B, it looks bad. So I'll be right back. Well, it looks like because I installed the newer version of LRAM's mod for the red power, I need to make myself this little saw here. And if I want to cut down stuff, I need to do it like this. Alright, not entirely sure what I'm doing. Well, that's cool. Wooden works. How do I get a stone slab? Let me see if I can figure this out. Oh, I just figured it out. Yeah, there's two types of saws apparently, and one of them uses diamonds. Dun dun dun. My inventory is a mess again. So, need those 3 sticks again. A couple iron and a couple diamonds are required. You need a diamond handsaw in order to cut up stone. And you can make some stone slabs like so. That should be plenty for now. And stone panels like that. Perfect. Stone covers. There we go. Wow, okay. I don't know the differences between a panel and a cover. I guess I'll find out, won't I? Let's drop this guy off here and go check the stuff out. Okay, that looks pretty good. And now I'm going to cover up this big old mess with this really nice little system that has been added here. It looks like with the latest version of LRAM's mods, that lot of good that did me. It shows you like a little preview of where your panel's going to go. That's kind of nice. That's like really kind of nice. I like it. And I can even cover up this stuff back here, like so. But I can't cover that one up, otherwise it would interrupt the circuit here. So now you can see I already placed one of my reinforced stones, and I'm going to place a few more. Don't mind me, I'll just build it. And as you can see, I'm running a little bit low on that reinforced stone, so I'm just going to make a few more. Okay, made a little bit more of that reinforced stone, and I do want to point out that reinforced stone will make a reinforced door. And this reinforced door works just like an iron door in that it requires a redstone lever to open. So, now, I am planning to build, at least for now, a Mark I reactor, which, frankly, is probably, well, it definitely won't explode, as long as I build it correctly. It shouldn't explode. And a Mark I reactor, as we discussed in prior videos, are basically reactors that don't blow up. Now, I do want to grab, remember a while back I made this reinforced glass. I think it would be cool to be able to see our reactor. Nice. And now I'm going to go ahead and put my reinforced door down. And that looks pretty good. Okay guys, I feel like this episode is getting a little long, so I skipped the build on this, but it's obviously very straightforward. I hooked up my extractor here to a wooden pipe, to a gold pipe, that sends a cobblestone pipe straight into this treasure chest, which is the output I know from my scrap, but it's just going to dump it into this treasure chest. I wound up just wiring it here. You can see it coming through the floor there into an iron pipe, forcing objects to go straight over into that nice little pipe there. So right now I'm going to close up this wall and place down some of these nice little slabs. Ta-da! And I even wired it up to a lever so that I can turn this guy on and off. How cool is that? And I'm going to place it a nice little sign for myself that says off, on. I think that's off. Yes, that's off. So, flip the switch on. Now I'm going to make some empty cells, combine them with my Evertide amulet. Nice. Order cells. And throw them in my extractor. And it should, in fact I do want to watch it kind of shoot through there, create a coolant cell using the extractor, which will then be pumped out of the system by the wooden pipe. Come on, wooden pipe. Yep, it's out. Hooray! And it's going through the piping system. And it should land in this nice little chest here. Perfect. And I'm probably going to replace this chest with an alchemical chest. That's probably a good idea, don't you think? Yeah. These things don't stack. Ta-da! Replacement complete. Okay, while this is cooking along, I am going to be building a couple more items, and I'm going to skip the build because you guys have seen me build these plenty of times before, and like I said, this episode's getting long. So why don't I build some items, and I'll be back. Okay guys, just taking a quick brief moment here to show you that I've created 11 advanced alloys and 11 advanced circuits. I'm going to be creating 11 integrated heat dispensers, which, as you know, nope, not that recipe. I need to split these guys up a little bit. Take this integrated reactor plating with some coolant around it, this guy here, and a couple of you, and we get an integrated heat dispenser. I've got to make 10 more of them. And the last few of these are coming in. Now, the design I'm about to show you guys for my Mark I reactor is not my design. Definitely not. Nuclear reactors still give me a heck of a headache, and I have no idea what I'm doing with them. So, yeah, there's some forum posts on the Industrial Craft forum that I highly recommend you check out and say to yourself, hey, that's really interesting, and build your designs around something that somebody else has already posted and done all the crazy amounts of math on. So without further ado, I'm going to clean up my inventory here, and then I'm going to go lay out the design as shown in this forum post that I'm talking to you guys about. Okay, so the first thing is I grab those 11 integrated heat dispensers I have. You can also see that I put a little lever up here. I might move that somewhere else in a bit, but for now I think that's good. Now I do have this old integrated heat disperser. I forgot I had that, so I made exactly 11, which is exactly what I need. And that's all well and good. So I'll leave things as they are. And you can kind of see me guessing at what the heck I'm doing here, because I'm following a forum post that somebody made. Okay. Now, I'm going to put in my 3 uranium cells, which are actually going to go here. And the rest of these things are going to be filled up with coolant cells. So I can actually put my portal right here, and goodness, I filled up my room. Remember I said I wasn't sure if this machine room would get a lot of use? My goodness, I have a lot of use. So, filling up my reactor with coolant cells. How much of a nuisance would this have been if I had to manually move these coolant cells out of here, right? Seriously. Just moving this integrated heat dispenser into one of my chests and grabbing one more coolant cell. Yeah, if I had to sit and babysit this compressor, oh my god, that would have been brutal. Thank you, BuildCraft, right? Alright, that doesn't look too shabby. Let me compare this to the design that is on the website. And that looks good. Now there's only one more little teensy-weensy little change to make here. This is a Mark 1 reactor, so it shouldn't have any energy buildup, or heat buildup, I'm sorry. There should not be any heat buildup because it's a Mark 1 reactor. So, let's go outside here and bring myself some smooth stone. I know I have a bit. Okay. Flip the switch, and we should be getting 35 energy units per tick. Not too bad. Also keep in mind that my energy reactor here has 3 uranium cells. Okay, look, you can see items starting to take damage from heat. Alright, 3 uranium cells. This guy in the middle is outputting at 3 times the efficiency because it has 2 around it. So this is outputting 15 energy units per second. So 3 times as much as if it were alone. And these guys are emitting 2 times as much as if they were alone. So 10 energy units per tick, or second, or whatever. So for a total of 35. That's where the 35 comes from. So the efficiency of this reactor is 2.33, meaning it's 1. Alright, yeah, I don't understand the efficiency calculation too well. Basically it's 2.33. I think it's because this one's getting efficiency 3, and these guys are getting efficiency 2, so the average of those is 2.33? Yeah, that makes sense. Sure, I know what I'm talking about. Now, thermometer, what do you read in here? There's a little bit of hull heat going on. It's slowly rising. Why is that, Direwolf? Good question. In fact, I think I actually have a problem with my design here, don't I? I might. So let me fix my design real quick, and I'll tell you why. I was expecting hull heat, and I just realized that the solution I wanted is not capable to happen. Okay guys, I just finished fixing my reactor room. I hadn't given myself enough room in there, so I made it a little bit wider and a little bit taller. And now I've got the room that I need. So, why was my nuclear reactor here producing heat? It should be pretty much out of heat at this moment. Yeah, it's at 0. Cool. Flip the switch. Heat buildup. Dun dun dun. Okay, so why is it building up heat if this is a Mark 1 reactor? Because we did not put water around it. Remember I told you that water will cool down a reactor on the outside faster than air? Now, you might be saying to yourself also, hey, there's no thing back here behind this one that I can put a water block. You're correct. I cannot. That is true. Now, let's see. The reason for that is, one, I definitely need it to be the way it is. Simply because I want that redstone wire connecting it so I can flip the switch off when I want. So, now that I've placed some water on the bottom there, flick this switch. Alright, heat build up a little bit. Now I'm going to put more water on the edges here. See how handy this Evertide amulet comes in? That's pretty nice. How's my heat doing now? Up. Still slowly building up. So, I'm going to want to put some water here and all around the tops of this room. Yes, I know you cannot see the room at the moment because it's super dark, and I apologize profusely for that problem. Unfortunately, I can't really get a lot of light in here at the moment. There, now you should be able to see pretty clearly. Let's see how my reactor is doing now. Still heating up, huh? I wonder why. I don't know if I need the water in the back there for this to be stable. Oh yeah, look at that. I think it stabilized itself. So I'm going to let that run for a little bit and I'll be back in a moment. Okay, so while I was waiting here, I also went and grabbed some glowstone, so maybe you guys can see the inside of this room. It's basically surrounded the reactor with water, and it will continue to be surrounded once I place a new reactor hull here on the front of the reactor. There'll still be water surrounding it, and up top there'll still be water surrounding it on all sides. And we're still hovering at 26 heat. So, we've now got a balanced reactor because I've surrounded it entirely with water. The water is keeping the reactor just as cool as it can. So let's see. Water on all sides. I don't know. Go look on the forum post if you want to check out how the math works on this. But basically, the water is keeping it cool. Reactor holes themselves reduce heat by 1 per tick. And then, of course, all these coolant cells and integrated heat dispenser thingies all do all kinds of good stuff. So you can see my uranium starting to dip down there. And if I step outside real quick, just to show you guys once more, 35 energy units per tick. Not too shabby if I do say so myself. So, I've now got a Mark I reactor. How cool is that? Fortunately, I'm going to have to flip him off right now. And he should cool down rather quickly, as a matter of fact. Yeah, he's already down to 20, look at that. 16, 13. Because I think my MFSU in here is rather full. Yeah, look at that. He's pretty much totally full as of now. So let's charge up his mining laser. Interesting fact about the MFSU. I don't know if you noticed it. When an MFSU is fully charged, even if it has redstone current applied, it will emit any extra overflow into its machines. So it'll output energy once it's full. So see, this guy's full again? He's not staying totally full, is he? Nope. Why is that? Because this machine is on and capable of drawing power, and it will slowly but surely create UU matter for me. Very slowly, because right now the only thing powering it is a solar flower. I have my reactor off, remember? But that's why there's some UU matter in here. And yeah, I could stick some scrap in if I wanted to be efficient. But at this point, honestly, all this solar flower's energy is excess. And it's just instantly being converted to UU matter. So that's just a neat little side effect of the mass fabricator that I thought you guys might enjoy. So yeah, look, now we're up to 20%. Cool. So I think that's a good wrapping up point for this episode. I'm going to call it a night, you guys. I hope you enjoyed watching, and I will see you all tomorrow.